Hey y'all, it's Heather here with Heather's Country Crochet. I am coming here today with a brand new pattern for a shawl that I have created, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Just a little info on it. I am in the tutorial. I am using a medium 4-weight yarn, but you can use a 3-weight, 4-weight, whatever you choose. With the 4-weight, I do use a 6mm hook. If you choose to use a 3-weight, I do recommend using a 5mm hook with it. A 2-weight would be a 4mm, depending on how much drape you want the shawl to have. That is, the bigger hook you use. So I hope y'all enjoy this tutorial. I hope y'all enjoy this pattern. A written pattern will be on my Etsy shop. So if you would like a copy of the written pattern, feel free to go over there and get a copy of it. It does kind of help to have the written pattern to kind of follow along with the pattern for the repeats. However, you don't have to have the written pattern if you don't want it, because you can just use the tutorial and, go back to the repeats if you need to. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, y'all, so what I'm going to be using for the tutorial for this video is I'm going to be using this Sweet Roll yarn. And it is from Premier. It is 100% acrylic, and it is in the color Bubble Pop. And these are 245 yards, 140 grams, 5 ounces. And it is a medium 4-weight. So, some other things that you're going to need for this tutorial or to make this shawl is a 6.0mm crochet hook, a yarn needle for weaving in your ends. You may need a pair of scissors depending on if you use up all of your yarn or not. And you may choose to use a stitch marker just to help you with anything you may want to use a stitch marker for. So, okay, to get started, I'm going to get me some yarn here, and the first thing we're going to do is chain 10. I'm going to zoom y'all in so you can see better what I'm doing. Alright, so then we're going to slip stitch to that first chain to form a ring, just like that. Alright, so row 1, or round 1, we'll call it row 1, is we're going to chain 5. And then we're going to single crochet into the ring. And we're going to chain 5 again. Whoops. Then we're going to single crochet into the ring again. Then we're going to chain 2. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets into the ring. And I know working into this ring can be a little fiddly. Chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets, and this is going to be the center point of our shawl, y'all. That's the center point. So if you want to mark that with your stitch marker, you can. If you want to mark your beginning of your row over here with your stitch marker, you can. Just however you want to do it. So after you do your chain, your 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, we're going to chain 2 and single crochet. We're basically just repeating what we did on the other side over here, and then chain 5, and single crochet, chain 2 this time, and then place 1 last double crochet into that ring. Okay, because your first chain 5 over here actually counts as a double crochet chain 2. So you have your double crochet chain 2 over here as well. And that's what it looks like to begin with. Alright, so let's move on to rearrange this right here so I can try to stay on camera, hopefully. Okay, so let's move on to row 2. Alright, we're gonna chain 1 and turn our work. Then we're going to single crochet in that very first stitch. Alright, and we're going to skip over this chain 2 space and go right into this chain 5 loop and put 9 double crochets. Now in this next chain 2 space, we're going to single crochet. Okay. Now we're going to skip over these 2 double crochets here, and we're going to go right into our chain 2 space up here with 2 double crochets. Chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Gotta get me some more yarn out. Okay, so we're back at our center point here. Now we're going to repeat down this side what we did on this side. So in that, we're going to skip over these 2 double crochets, and in that chain 2 space, we're going to single crochet. Then in this chain 5 loop here, we're going to put 9 double crochets. And 9. Okay. Now we're at this chain 5 loop we made at the beginning of this round over here, but we're not going to just single crochet into that. We're going to find the 3rd chain from the bottom here, so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into that 3rd chain and put a single crochet. So now we mirror the other side. Okay, now we're going to chain. Now we're going on to row 3. We're going to chain 5, and turn our work. Now for this one, we're going to skip these first 3 stitches. So skip the first stitch that your chain's coming out of, and skip the next 2, and in that very next stitch, you're going to single crochet. Okay. Then we're going to chain 5. Skip the next 2 stitches, single crochet into the next stitch. Now chain 2, and then we're going to skip over these 3, and we're going to find that single crochet right there, and we're going to put a double crochet into that single crochet. Okay. Now for the next 2 stitches, we're going to skip this stitch here. Actually, we're going to chain 2 first. Then we're going to skip over these next 2 stitches here, and we're going to go into our center point and do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Now we're going to work back down this other side over here. We're going to chain 2, skip over these 2 stitches here, and go into the single crochet with a double crochet. Chain 2, skip 3 stitches, and in the next stitch put a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 5, skip 2 stitches, and put a single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 2, and find your very last stitch at the end here, which should be a single crochet, and we're going to put a double crochet into it. So we skipped over those 2 and doubled into that last stitch. And that's what it looks like at the end of row 3. Alright, now we're going to start row 4. We're going to chain 3 and turn our work. In this very first chain 2 space here, we're going to put 4 double crochets. So that counts as 5 at the beginning because of your chain 3. Now we're going to single crochet into the chain 5 loop. And in this next chain 2 space right here, we're going to put 4 double crochets. Put a double crochet into the top of that double crochet from the row below, and then put 4 double crochets in this next chain 2 space. Now we're going to skip over this first double crochet here, and we're going to single crochet into this next double crochet right there. Now we're at the center point. We're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Okay, now we want to mirror what we did over here. So we're going to single crochet in this very first stitch after our center point. Then we're going to skip over this stitch and put 4 double crochets in that chain 2 space. We're going to put a double crochet in the top of that double crochet. And then 4 double crochets in that chain 2 space. Then we're going to put a single crochet in that chain 5 loop. And then 4 double crochets in this last big space. Now we're going to count up and find the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, and put a double crochet into that 3rd chain. Just like that. And that's what it'll look like after row 4. Now, for row 5, we're going to chain 5, and turn our work. We're going to skip this first stitch and put a single crochet in the 2nd stitch, chain 5, and then we're going to skip over these next 3 stitches and put a double crochet right here in the top of this single crochet. Okay. We're going to chain 2, skip 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches, single crochet into that next stitch. Chain 2, and then skip over these stitches here and put a double crochet into that single crochet. Chain 5, and then we're going to go straight into our center point and do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochet. we're going to mirror what we did over here and do it over here. So we're going to chain 5. We're going to skip over these 2 stitches here and put a double crochet into the single crochet. Chain 2. We're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next. Chain 5. Skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet into the next. Chain 2. Skip these 2 stitches here and put a double crochet into that single crochet. Chain 5. We're going to skip 3 and we're going to single crochet into that next stitch right there. And it looks like it's the last stitch, but it's not, y'all. You have your chain 3 right here. We still have to work it. So we're not finished. So once you single crochet there, we're going to chain 2. And then in the top of that chain 3, we're going to put a double crochet. Just like that. So then it mirrors the other side. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see what mine looks like. Okay, so now you'll have all these little chain spaces. Like that. Okay, for row 6 we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now we're going to single crochet back into that first stitch. We're going to skip over the chain 2 space and into the chain 5 loop we're going to put 9 double crochet. Now we're going to single crochet into this chain 2 space and 9 double crochet in this next chain 5 loop. Now we're going to single into this next chain 2 space, and then put 9 more double crochet in this chain 5 loop. Now we're going to skip over this first double crochet, and into this double crochet we're going to put a single crochet. So let's look at what we've got so far. So we single crocheted in the first stitch, we put 9 double crochets in that chain 5 loop, single crochet in the chain 2 space, 9 double crochets in the chain 5 loop, single crochet in the chain 2 space, 9 double crochets in that chain 5 loop. Then we skipped over the first double crochet and we singled into that second. Now we're at our center point, so we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. So now down this other side over here, you're just going to do the same thing we did over here. You're going to put a single crochet in the very first stitch, and then skip over that double, and you're going to put 9 double crochet in this chain 5 loop, single crochet in this chain 2 space, 9 double crochet in this chain 5 loop, single crochet in this chain 2 space, 9 double crochet in this chain 5 loop, and then I will meet you to show you how to end this row. So go ahead and do all of that, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I have come to the end of the row, and once you get down to this last chain space down here, you're going to count up 1, 2, 3 to the 3rd loop or the 3rd chain, and then you're going to single crochet into that 3rd chain, and that finishes that row. Now for row 7, rows 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all the repeat rows for this shawl. So rows 7 through 10. So we're going to start row 7 by chaining 5, and turning the work. Going to skip that first stitch, skip these next 2 stitches, and in that 3rd stitch, or in that next stitch I mean, we're going to single crochet. Then we're going to chain 5, skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next. Chain 2, skip these 3, and double crochet into the single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet into the next. Chain 5, skip 2, single into the next. Chain 2, skip these 3, double crochet into that single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet into the next. Chain 5, skip 2, single crochet into the next. Chain 2, skip 3, double crochet into that single crochet. Chain 2, then skip over these 2 stitches here and do your center point. 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Okay. So now you have some chain spaces along this edge. So now you're gonna do the same thing down this row. You're gonna chain 2, skip over these 2, double crochet into this stitch. Chain 2, skip these 3 stitches, single crochet into this stitch. Then chain 5, skip 2, single into this stitch. Chain 2, skip these 2, double crochet into this stitch. Chain 2, skip 3, single into this one, and so on and so forth. And so go ahead and do that, and I'll catch up with you at the end down here to show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so I have come to the end of the row. I have done my last chain 5 loop, skip those 2, and single crochet there. So now we have 2 double crochets and a single crochet left. So what we're going to do here is we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put a double crochet into that first stitch right there, just like that. And now we've made it mirror the other side. All right. So for row 8, we're going to chain 3 and turn the work. Now we're going to put 4 double crochet in this first chain 2 space. Single crochet into that chain 5 loop, 4 double crochet in that next chain 2 space, double crochet into the double crochet, 4 double crochet in that next chain 2 space, single crochet in that chain 5 loop, 4 double crochet in that chain 2 space, double crochet into the double crochet, 4 double crochet in that chain 2 space, single crochet in that chain 5 loop, 4 double crochet in the chain 2 space, double crochet in the double crochet, and 4 double crochet in that chain 2 space. Now we're going to skip this next stitch and single crochet into that next stitch. Now we're at our center point. We're going to chain double crochet 2, put 2 double crochets, should I say, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets. Now you're just going to repeat down this other side what you did on this side to mirror it. So go ahead and do that. You're going to single crochet in this very first stitch. Then you're going to put 4 double crochet in this chain 2 space, double crochet in the double crochet, 4 double crochet in this chain 2 space, single crochet in the chain 5 loop, 4 double crochet in the chain 2 space, double crochet in the double crochet, 4 double crochet in the chain 2 space, single crochet in the chain 5 loop, 4 double crochet in the chain 2 space, double crochet in the double crochet, 4 double crochet in the chain 2 space, single crochet in the chain 5 loop, and I will catch up with you when you make it down to this end of the row to show you what to do there. Okay, so I have made it down to the last loop of this row, so I'm going to put 4 double crochet in this loop. Then count 1, 2, 3 chains up and put a double crochet into that 3rd chain. And that's the end of row 8. Now, for row 9, we are going to chain 5, turn your work, skip this very first stitch and put a single crochet in that 2nd stitch, chain 5, skip these next 3 stitches, double crochet in the single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 5, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 3, double crochet in the single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 5, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 3, double crochet in the single crochet, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 5, skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 2, skip these 3, double crochet in the single crochet. Now, right here, we're going to chain 5, and now we're at our center point. So we're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. Now you're going to mirror what you did over here and do it over here. So you're going to chain 5, double crochet in that single crochet. And you're just going to continue the pattern down this row. So go ahead and I will catch up with you at the end of this row. Okay, I have come to the end of the row. So when I get down here, I am going to mirror what I had done on the other side. So I've done this double crochet. Now here I'm going to chain 5. And then I'm going to skip 3 and put a single crochet, and then I'm gonna chain 2 and put a double crochet in the top of that chain. Just like that. So now it mirrors your other side. Okay. Now for row 10, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to single crochet in that very first stitch. Skip over that chain 2 space and put 9 double crochets in the chain 5 loop. Now we're going to single crochet in that chain 2 space and put 9 double crochet in this chain 5 loop. Here's where it changes up a little bit. We're going to skip over this chain 2 space here, and we're actually going to single crochet into the top of the double crochet. Now we're going to skip over this chain 2 space and put 9 double crochet in the chain 5 loop. skip over this chain 2 space, single crochet in the top of that double crochet, skip over this chain 2 space, 9 double crochets in the chain 5 loop. So now this chain 2 space, we're going to put a single crochet in because we're approaching our center point up here. We're going to put 9 double crochets in this chain 5 loop. Now, we're going to skip over this first double crochet and single crochet into that next double crochet. Now we're at the center point, so we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Okay, now we're just going to mirror the other side. We're going to put a single crochet in that first double crochet there, 9 double crochet in that chain 5 loop, and so on and so forth, just the way we did it on the other side. So go ahead and continue down this side of your row, and I will catch up with you at the end to show you how to end the row. Okay, so once you get to this point here where you have these 3 spaces left at the end of your row, and you've done the 9 double crochets in this chain 5 loop, you're going to single into this chain 2 space, put 9 double crochet in this chain 5 loop, and when you get right here, you're going to skip over this single crochet. Of course, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 chains up and put a single crochet into the 3rd chain, and that ends row 10. So let me zoom you out so you can see what we're looking at. So these are your first 10 rows of this shawl. So now you're just going to repeat rows 7, 8, 9, and 10 throughout the pattern until the shawl is however big you want it to be. Oh, and you also need to end on a row 10 repeat, by the way. Okay, so here is my shawl finished on the blocking mats, blocking it out. I do recommend this step just so that it gets all of the wrinkling out of it and makes it lay flat, because you will have some wrinkling once it is complete. But that is my finished shawl. So there you have it. So I do recommend blocking it afterwards, after you finish.